Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've been showcasing a great plugin lately for the Divi theme. It's called Divi Image Hover Effects, and they've got some wonderful hover effects. You can get some great things going with this. And at the moment they've still got it on sale for $15 from $49, and that's great value. I think there's 250 of these effects that you can use, but with a little bit of work, Divi's come such a long way. You can make some of these yourself with the inbuilt features of Divi, and we'll show you how today. Don't get me wrong, that plugin's awesome. I own it, and I'll put the link below if anybody wants to use it. Okay, let's go over to our page, and what we're going to do today is I'm going to have a sort of little picture of a computer, and when you hover over it, it's going to pop up a contact form, and they can fill it in and send it off. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is enable the Visual Builder, and let's go down to where we want to work. Guess I'll go down below this one, and we'll create a new row. I'm going to have 2 columns in it, and Divi comes as standard with all these modules, plenty to get any kind of site going. You also get another 12 if you've got WooCommerce installed to help sell your products. The only one it doesn't come with is Divi Image Hover, which was that plugin I was showing you just now. Okay, and to do this, obviously we need a contact form. So let's find a contact form. There it is. And as you can see, it's put it in there for us. And really, I'm probably going to leave that pretty much like it is for the time being. Obviously, like any contact form, you put in the fields you need here. Add a new field. We can give it a title. Success message. Obviously, you put in exactly what works for you. Submit button, I'll leave it just like that. That works for me fine. Of course, the important bit is the email just below, where you've got to put your email address in there. I'm not going to put anything because this is not a real site, but put the email address in there that you want the message to be delivered to. Okay, we don't want any redirect. We've got our little spam thing going. Don't want to link it to anything. At the moment, I'm not going to put a background in there. Okay, so let's leave that. Let's just save that and put our little background image in. To do that, we need to go into our row. If you watch any of my hover videos before, a lot of the time we need to do this. We'll go into the row and put the image in the actual column. So we've got a row with 2 columns. That's our first column right there. Let's go in there. Go down to background. Let's put our image in. And this will work equally as well with a gradient, a color, or a video. I'm using an image today. And let's use that one, same one as we used before, I guess. Okay, that's great. You can see the image in the background now. You can see the form on top, but obviously our form is squished up against the sides there. So let's fix that with a bit of padding. And we'll also change a couple of things on the form just to make it stand out a bit more. So let's save our column settings and our row. Go back into our module, and we'll do a bit of styling on our module. First thing I want to do is give it a little bit of space all around. So I'm going to the Design tab, down to Spacing, and let's give it, I'll try 25 pixels all around. Just put in the 25, it'll put in the pix, hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side for you. That's a bit more like it. A bit more space to breathe there. Could have even made that 30, but 25 is fine. Now our title up there, again with all Divi modules, each element in it has usually got a little blue circle with a white paintbrush in it. If you click on the little white paintbrush, it'll take you straight to the edit options for that element. Here we are, H1 title. Well, I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to make it white so we can see it. And I don't think I really want to do anything else to that. Great. If you wanted to, you could give it a little more padding top and bottom, but I think I might just up the padding on the top and bottom. Let's shut the title text up. Let's go down to our spacing. Here's our top and bottom. Let's up this to 35. There we go. There's a little more breathing space for it right there. Obviously, it's all up to you. Now, the only other thing I want to do is I want to change our capture. That text there, can't read it very well, so let's change it to a color that we can read. White. Yep, that's fine. Now let's do our little button right here. Use custom styles for button, and the only thing I'm going to do to the button is change the text color to white, and you can see that quite nicely. Now then, we need to make the fade happen. So when our mouse is not on it, we don't want to see this contact form, we just want to see the image. And when our mouse is on this, we want the form to pop up so people can fill it in. And we can do that with our filters. So let's go down now. We're still in the design tab. And we'll go down to filters, and the one we want is opacity right here. Common to all Divi modules, if you hover over the dark legending there, these little icons will appear. If it gives you an arrow, it means you've got an option to set a desktop or a non-hover state. It means when your mouse is not on it. If I don't want to see it when the mouse is not on it, I don't want to see it, so I'll take the opacity or transparency down to 0. When I am hovering over it, I want it to be fully visible, or 100%. There we go. And the time it takes to do this by default with Divi is 300 mils. It's too quick for me, so I'm going to change mine by going to the Advanced tab. I'm going to slow it down a little bit, down to translation. And there it is, transition duration. I'm just going to slide mine up to just over a second. Seems to work for me. Don't want any delay. As soon as my mouse hits it, I want it to start. My speed curve I like to use for these hover effects is ease in and ease out. They all have slightly different effects, so have a look yourself and choose what you want, but ease in and ease out seems to be my favorite. So if all's well, I'll save this and we should be good to go. Save the page changes. And let's exit our visual builder. Okay, let's go down to our little image there. Great, now when I hover over it, our little contact form should pop up. And there it is. Now the only other thing I did with the one up here was I went into the fields background. These are the fields. And I brought the opacity down a little bit so you can see a bit of the image behind there in the field color. And then the field focus, when I click on it, I just change that to white, plain FFFFF white. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that and found that useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.